Now, this is your paper PH 4501, Unit 3, Lecture 4. Here we are discussing about the collector to base bias. Here we are discussing about the collector to base bias, or we can say grounded emitter circuit. Grounded emitter circuit. That means emitter of the transistor is grounded, and with feedback resistor. With feedback resistor. Feedback means some of the portion of the output it is feedback to the input, and we see the what is the effect on the circuit. The circuit diagram is as given. We can draw the circuit diagram. This is your transistor, collector, emitter. Emitter is grounded. This grounded the emitter. The collector, there is a resistance RL. This collector capacitor, and we are getting the output VU, and this is nothing but it is in between the collector to emitter. So we can also write this voltage across collector and emitter. The RB it is given instead of plus VCC. This is your plus VCC. This is your RL. We can take the RB from the collector terminal. See here, we are taking the RB from the collector terminal. This is your RB, and this is your base terminal. This is your source resistance. This is your source voltage. Source voltage is Vs. Source resistance is Rs. This is your capacitor 1. This is your capacitor 2. This is emitter. This is base, and this is collector, and the RB it is connected to the base of the transistor. The stability of the circuit can be increased by giving the base voltage from collector of the transistor instead of from VCC. So in the last 1, 2 and 3 lecture, we are taking the RB from VCC. That means we are taking the base voltage from the collector of the transistor, from the uh, supply of the transistor. Here we increase the stability with there is some change. Instead of VCC, we are taking the RB from the collector. So we can say that the stability of the circuit can be increased by giving giving base voltage from collector of the transistor instead of from VCC. The circuit is as given here. This is the common emitter amplifier with collector to base bias. This is your common emitter amplifier with collector to base bias. Collector to base bias. Here, if IC tends to increase, then the voltage across RL increase. So the IC increase, voltage across RL increase. IC increase, voltage across RL, it is known as VL. It is known as VL is also increase, which in turn reduce the value of collector to emitter voltage VCE. I repeat, if the IC tends to increase, then the voltage across RL increases, which in turn reduce the value of collector to emitter voltage VCE. The reduction in this value of VCE will reduce the input bias current. This reduce the input bias current IB, which reduce the input bias current IB. So IC will decrease. IC will decrease. Hence, decrease in the IB will try to compensate the increase in the IC. Therefore, IC is controlled against the temperature variations. Therefore, IC is controlled against the temperature variation. Hence, good stability is obtained. So, from the figure, we can say that as temperature increases, at that time ICO leakage current also increases. That means collector current IC also increases. Therefore, the voltage across load VL, the voltage across load VL also increases. This gives that voltage VCE decreases. When the VL increases, that means VCE decreases. Therefore, we can say that base current IB decreases, hence IC decreases as the temperature increase. Now we are discussing the analysis of this circuit. So from this figure, from the figure of the above, we analyze the circuit. VCC is equal to IC plus IB into RL plus VCE. So from output side, there is a IC plus IB. So IC plus IB into RL plus VCE, it is equal to nothing but it is equal to VCC. But we know that VCE is equal to IBRB plus VBE. Therefore, VCC is equal to IC RL plus IBRL plus IBRB plus VBE, and this is equal to ICRL plus IB common, then RL plus RB plus VBE. Therefore, make the IB main, then IB is equal to VCC minus VBE minus ICRL upon RL plus RB, we know that IC is equal to beta IB plus beta plus 1 ICO. So we can write IC is equal to beta VCC minus VBE minus ICRL upon RL plus RB plus beta plus 1 ICO. Therefore, this is simple, putting the value of different value IB, simple equations. IC, make the IC common, we are getting 1 plus beta RL upon RL plus RB, it is equal to beta VCC minus VBE upon RL plus RB plus beta plus 1 ICO. Therefore, S is equal to del IC by del ICO. It is equal to beta plus 1 upon 1 plus beta RL upon RL plus RB. Beta plus 1 upon 1 plus beta RL upon RL plus RB. This is coming because of this term is constant and its differentiation is 0, and from this term is divided by this sum. So IC upon ICO, this IC upon this ICO, del IC by del ICO is equal to beta plus 1 upon 1 this divided by this, beta plus 1 upon 1 plus beta RL upon RL plus RB. Therefore, final equation S is equal to beta plus 1 upon 1 plus beta upon 1 plus RB upon RL. This is our final equation M. Now, if RB upon RL is small, then the value of S will be low. But desired value of base current IB put the limit on the selection of low value of RB. This bias is not useful for low value of DC load resistance. This bias is not useful for the low value of DC load resistance. Here the example is transformer coupled amplifier. Now there is advantage and disadvantage. So we first discuss the disadvantage of this circuit. What are the disadvantages of this circuit? So first disadvantage the first disadvantage is that the collector current is always greater than the collector is always greater than beta plus 1 ICO. This is our first disadvantage. The second disadvantage is that the amplified AC signal at the collector of transistor will also feedback. Here, the amplified AC signal at the collector of the transistor will also feedback to the input through resistance RB. The output signal is out of phase with input signal. Hence, due to this feedback, effective AC input signal decreases. So, the gain of the amplifier will be reduced. This is known as negative feedback. In simple form, we can say that see the last circuit, some of the portion of the output which is out of phase with the input, which is feedback to the input, due to this feedback which is out of phase, the input decreases, hence the output also decreases. So in this way, the gain of the amplifier will be reduced. This is known as negative feedback. Now, to avoid the negative feedback or to avoid the reduction in gain, the circuit is arranged so that only DC component of the collector, that means DC charge at collector, will feedback. Because in AC charge there is a same phase or out of phase, but in DC current there is no phase. So if it is feedback, there is no problem. but due to the out of phase output which is feedback to the input, there is a reduction in the input side. So our aim is to avoid the reduction in the gain. The circuit is arranged so that only DC charge at the collector will feed back to the base and no AC charge which is feedback. That means whatever the AC charge which is feed back to the input, it is grounded. Make this grounded, so only DC is feedback, AC is grounded, so there is no in phase or output phase calculation. And this is accomplished by replacing RB. We are getting this thing by replacing RB by two resistors R1 and R2 and connecting a high value of capacitor in between this. In between this, connect the capacitor. The value of capacitor is very high. We minimize this problem. The junction of two resistors and ground, which is as shown in the figure. So the figure is now changed. The next figure is, this is our transistor collector emitter. This is your ground line. This is your ground line. This is your RS source resistance and VS RS capacitor, and this is connected to the base. Instead of RP, we are converting this R1 and R2 in such a way that R1 is equal to RB upon 2, RB upon 2, this is also RB upon 2. It is nothing but it is your R1, this is nothing but it is your R2, and this is your supply voltage VCC. This is your supply voltage VCC. This is your output, and in between these two R1 and R2 there is a connection of capacitor, so that whatever the feedback in the AC feedback which is grounded through the value of C. Through the value of C, this is your emitter, this is your base, this is your collector. I repeat, to avoid the reduction in the gain, the circuit is arranged so that only DC charge at the collector will feed back to the base and no AC charge is given to the base. This is accomplished by replacing RB by two resistors R1 and R2. Here we replace the R1 and R2 in such a way that instead of RB, we are putting RB upon 2 and RB upon 2. RB upon 2 is your R1, RB upon 2 is your R2, and in between this there is a capacitor. This is accomplished by replacing RB by two resistors R1 and R2 and connecting a high value of capacitor in between this. The junction of two resistors and ground as shown in the figure. The capacitor C will bypass an AC signal to the ground. Here AC signal which is feedback is grounded. It is grounded through capacitor C. The capacitor C will bypass an AC signal to grounded so that only DC charge at the collector are fed back to the input circuit. So that only DC charge is fed back to the input circuit. So the stability factor S for the collector to base bias is given as S is equal to beta plus 1 upon 1 plus beta upon 1 plus RB upon RL. This is in this theory equation A. This equation shows that if RL is very small, then S will be nearly beta plus 1. That means stability will be very poor. Hence, value of RL should be quite large for good stabilization. Second point is, hence the collector to base bias arrangement is not satisfactory for the amplifier circuit where DC load resistance in collector is very small. That means in terms of the transformer coupled amplifier. That's all. This complete your lecture. Thank you.